Hello, and welcome back to Resident Evil Remake.
Oh, welcome back, everybody.
We're here with Richard. We've done a little item box cleanup, and we're ready to proceed on.
Alright, Easy's just gonna hang out there and hold down the fort.
Yeah, Richard's having a rough time of it.
And we're going to continue exploring the mansion and kill some zombies.
Yeah, well, you don't have to wait long for that.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yep,
Okay, Jill, honey, you weren't even aiming at him.
nah, Jill does a good job. Jill's a good cop.
The magic bullet theory apparently holds a lot more water than I ever gave it credit for.
Good old Oswald. Alright, now are you dead? There's one way to test. Nope, you are not dead. You're never dead. Now you're dead. And do you remember the rule of Resident Evil Remake?
Burn him.
Burn them.
Just torch him.
Yep, burn them right on the stairs.
When those zombies were so flammable.
Yep. Probably stinks. This house probably reeks now.
Hmm.
I mean, think of all the zombies we burned. Now remember that door. We're not going to that door yet.
It's covered in cobwebs.
That's the spooky, scary door. We're going into this nice, happy room.
Okay.
It's a nice, happy room.
I don't think there's a nice, happy room in this entire mansion.
The save room. The save rooms are always the happy room.
Well, that's true. They do have that lovely background music.
Oh, it's the best background. Alright. Now, we're going to be cleaning up some items. It's too dark. Too dark to see. So, what do we have to do?
Light the candles.
Yeah, light the candle.
See, me and my modern thinking
Uh-huh.
was like, oh, they've hidden a flashlight somewhere.
Nope. Now, interestingly enough, in Silent Hill 2, you get the map of like the first building you go to, but you can't check the map because it's too dark. Once you get the flashlight, you can check the map, but until you get the flashlight, you can't check the map. And so that lighting the candle thing kind of reminds me of that.
Okay, that's something I could really get into because that's a good level of detail that, again, my modern gaming just
Yeah.
takes for granted.
Right. Now, I mean, you get the flashlight like 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
You know, it's on the same floor and everything, so it's not that big a deal, but it's a nice attention to detail. Now, I was expecting to take damage from that zombie, so I prepared to have all kinds of junk. And so, we have to go back and do some more item box cleanup before we can get the next item in this room. So,
Yeah, but it's those level of details that can make something, well, like you said, memorable.
sure, right.
You know, that it makes it stick out. Like, I'm a Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
And I was talking to another one, and we both kind of agreed that a lot of times it's the little details that make something kind of interesting into something
Sure.
incredibly memorable. One of their newest monster creations is something called the Weeping Angels.
Okay.
They're basically entities that take over statues.
Yeah.
Um,
So, like golems.
yeah. And they favor statues of angels.
Okay.
Which is why they're called the Weeping Angels. And they can only move when they're not being looked at.
Oh.
So...
You know, there's a lot of horror games that play with that.
Yeah. But in the very first episode they introduced it, they kind of had a bit of a meta knowledge with it, in that every time, even if there wasn't a character looking, every time the camera was on one, they were statues. So it was almost like you, the audience,
Right.
was someone looking at them, so they couldn't move.
Very cool.
And that kind of elevates it from an interesting idea to, wow. So even at the end when he, quote-unquote, beats them, he says there's probably more out there They just pan around to different statues in a city, and you're kind of wondering, like...
which one will move?
Yeah, which one is going to be possessed by these things next?
And because it's been established that when the camera's on them, they don't move.
Yeah.
You're left wondering, which one is the threat.
Yeah. So it's a lot of times the little details that can make something just that much more memorable.
Well, I mean, structurally, there aren't too many story ideas.
Yeah.
Right. And
there's like 7 stories in the world.
Something around those lines. So it's the little details that keep a story individual and like you said, memorable, and not just a generic by the numbers formulaic story.
Yeah, and especially when you're dealing with something like Doctor Who, which deals with time and space travel, and even these creatures, the Weeping Angels, the way they survive is they go to a creature and send them back to a random point in time and feed off the years that they've just lost.
Oh no.
So, and the only way to break it is to cause a paradox.
Has Doctor Who ever fought the Langoliers?
No. Although that would be hilarious.
Man.
A Stephen King Doctor Who crossover, that would be amazing.
God, Langoliers. Good old Langoliers.
No, I'm just gonna double check. The Langoliers were the ones from the plane. Airport.
Yes. Yeah, that's correct. That they basically eat the past.
Yeah.
They go through and eat the past. They're these little like meatballs that just eat the past.
Yeah, I remember the TV movie about them.
Right.
And
all those Stephen King TV movies are terrible.
Oh wow, they are something special.
And it's such a shame because I actually like Stephen King, but all those TV movies are pretty rough. Alright, so we're going to push this little cabinet, and we're going to enter this room, and we're going to quick turn. Because guess what we just encountered? Another Zombers.
Oh, there he is. I shall name you Ben. Goodbye, Ben. No, you're a Benjamin.
Benjamin?
You're the full name.
He's got a swear vest.
Yeah, when he was a kid, he was called Benji.
Benji?
Yep. But then he grew up, so now he's just Benjamin.
He's Benjamin. What's his last name?
With a sweater vest like that, his name is Benjamin Reynolds.
Reynolds? That's a good name.
Benjamin Reynolds.
Are you dead? I don't trust that you're dead. You're never dead.
I don't know. Benji looks like he's down for the count.
Alright, well, I'm going to go in there and hope you don't corner me. Because...
Oh, we have musical notes.
Yeah, we have musical notes. Now, do you know how to read music?
I do a little bit.
Okay, well, we might need you for this this next puzzle. Because it's a music puzzle.
Oh, good.
So
those never get really weird.
So we might need you because I don't know how to read music. Do you know how to play any instruments?
I learned how to play the piano as a little kid.
Hey, so, we're batting 2 for 2.
Yeah, I picked it up a couple of years ago, so every now and again I try to practice. I really should practice more.
We're batting 2 for 2 because
that's how you get better.
Because that's the instrument we're going to.
Oh, nice.
We're going to the piano.
Okay.
But first,
now watch me screw it all up.
Well, I'm trusting you. But first, we need to go to the item box because I forgot to get an important item.
Oh, what item is this?
It is the second item in the game that we picked up. Do you remember what that item was?
The second item.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first item were the ink ribbons.
Mm-hmm.
The second item was the wooden emblem on the fireplace mantle. The shield.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
The wind emblem.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's wood. It's made out of wood.
It's just a wood emblem. Okay.
Yeah. That's what we're going to pick up because that's what we need now. And if I were smart, I would have already had that because I had the inventory space for it.
Well, we were just saving it in case we came across something even better. Something, a master key to the house.
Master key or maybe I don't know, an assault rifle or something. Actually, Chris gets an assault rifle in his campaign.
Good grief.
Yeah, he doesn't. Chris does not get the grenade launcher. Instead, he gets the flamethrower.
Oh, well then. A flamethrower.
Yep. Yeah, Chris gets a flamethrower and an assault rifle. All right, I think that loadout is pretty good for the time being.
There's something about the gender roles here. I just can't figure out what it is.
What, Jill gets grenade launcher?
Yeah, Jill gets pistol, shotgun, grenade launcher.
Well, Chris gets a pistol too.
Yeah, Chris gets the pistol, assault rifle, flamethrower.
He loves the flamethrower so much.
I would too in this situation.
I like Jill's loadout. I think the grenade launcher is pretty cool because you have different ammos for it.
That's true. You have your standard shells, the incendiary shells, and the acid shells.
Yeah, the fizz. Remember the fizz?
I do.
Barry.
We haven't seen it in action yet, but I do remember Barry bragging about it.
Barry loves the fizz. Alright, so we're going downstairs now. To the peony. We're going to the peony.
Okay. And do we want to tackle this next time, or do you think we can do it now?
We can do it next time. And so, in the next episode, we're gonna play a little Moonlight Sonata.
Alright, till next time.
Bye.